November 24th, 1971. A man walks into an airport. No mask, no panic, no rush. He buys a one-way ticket with cash, boards a plane. A few hours later, he has $200,000 in ransom money, and then he jumps into the darkness from a flying airplane at nearly 10,000 feet. No body is ever found, no confirmed identity, more than 50 years later. The FBI still cannot say exactly who he was. This is not just the story of an unsolved crime. It's the story of a man who may have pulled off the perfect disappearance. But to understand how that happened, we have to go back to the beginning. The afternoon of November 24th, 1971 looked completely normal at Portland International Airport. Travelers rushed to catch flights before Thanksgiving. Families carried luggage. Businessmen read newspapers. Among them was a quiet man who introduced himself as Dan Cooper. He looked to be in his mid-40s, around 6 feet tall, wearing a dark business suit, white shirt, black tie, and polished shoes. Nothing about him seemed unusual. He wasn't nervous. He wasn't trying to hide. In fact, he looked exactly like someone you'd never notice. And sometimes, that's the best disguise. He walked to the ticket counter, paid cash for a one-way ticket to Seattle, and calmly boarded Northwest Orient Flight 305. No one knew they were about to become part of one of history's greatest mysteries. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper called a flight attendant named Florence Schaffner. He quietly handed her a folded note. At first, she assumed it was another phone number from a passenger trying to flirt. She slipped it into her purse without reading it. Then, Cooper leaned closer and calmly said, "You'd better look at that note." She unfolded it. It claimed he had a bomb. When she looked up, Cooper opened his briefcase just enough to reveal what appeared to be red cylinders connected by wires. Whether it was a real bomb has never been proven, but in that moment, no one was willing to take the chance. What happened next shocked everyone. Cooper didn't scream. He didn't threaten people wildly. He simply explained exactly what he wanted. $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck waiting in Seattle. His voice never rose. His heartbeat never seemed to change. It was almost as if he had rehearsed every second. Why didn't the passengers panic? Why didn't anyone try to stop him? Because confidence is contagious. Human brains constantly judge danger by watching other people's emotions. When someone stays unbelievably calm during a crisis, our brains often assume they are in control. Cooper understood something many criminals never do. Fear spreads faster than violence. He barely needed to threaten anyone. His calmness became the weapon. The crew followed instructions. The passengers had no idea what was really happening. Most believed the flight was simply delayed. That wasn't luck. It was psychological control. But the strangest part of the story hadn't happened yet. Landing the plane was only the beginning, because Cooper's real escape plan would soon begin thousands of feet above the ground, in the middle of a cold, stormy night.